Have you folks ever watched a professional baseball game and wondered how hard and far they hit the ball? Well, I'm here to tell you a little something. I used to be a pro, and with my 5-step technique, you'll be a pro in no time. Step number 1, the comfortable stance. Key to the comfortable stance is being comfortable. You want to make sure your legs and feet are shoulder width apart. You want to be able to bend at the knees in case you have to attack the low and outside pitch. And you want to be balanced, waiting for the pitch. You never know if the pitcher's going to throw a fastball, a changeup, or a curveball. That looks a little something like this. Step number 2 would be the hands on the bat. For lefties, right hand is at the bottom. For righties, the left hand's at the bottom. You want to make sure your knuckles line up in a straight line. That way you can twist them over if you have to. Another thing with that hands, you also want to make sure they're nice and loose. That way you're not having the death grip, killing the bat. I know what you're thinking, folks. This bat, it's not a living thing. And hitting, it is your best friend. Step number 3, the start of the swing. Using your lower half, it's weird, using your lower half, you want to open up like that. Just open up and using your hips. So when you're right here, you think you're starting with your hands? No, absolutely wrong. You want to make sure you're starting with your legs and your hips. You get right here, you start with your step, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches long. I prefer about a 6. Just depends on your height. You get your step in there. And then you're starting the rotation with your lower half to create force and destroy the ball. Step number 4. Let the hands go. Once you get there and you do this motion right here with your lower half, you're going to let the hands go towards the ball and whip it. The whip creates a good torque to hit the ball over the fence like I used to back in my golden days. One more time. Start the swing with your lower half, finish with the hands and the whip. That's step 4. Step number 5 is the finish. Right now, folks, you're going to put the swing all together. So you're going to step 6 to 12 inches, use your lower half, start the swing, whip, and finish long through the middle. That creates a good carry on the ball to hit it over the fence, just like me. You also want to make sure your finish is nice and slow, giving you more time with the bat on the ball. Let's just review one more time steps of the perfect swing. Step number 1, nice comfortable stance. You want to make sure your knees and your feet are bent and relaxed, and the feet are shoulder width apart. Step number 2, hands on the bat. Once again, lefties have their right hand on the bottom and righties have their left hand on the bottom. Knuckles lined up. Step number 3, the start of the swing. You start with your hips and a step between 6 and 12 inches long. Just like that. Nice and torque. Step number 4, let the hands go. So when you get here, You want to take your hands to the location of the pitch and use the whip motion, just like that. And step number 5. Make sure your hands are long through the ball and have the bat stay on the ball as long as you can for a perfect line drive or home run over the fence. So it should look about like this. Folks, that right there is the steps of the perfect swing.